He could not cure his own disease. What will he cure your disease and my disease? When he went to America, he was imprisoned by the American government. Imagine God being imprisoned. He could not free himself. How will he free you and me when we are in trouble? And then he gives the statement that they gave me poison, slow poisoning. Imagine God can be poisoned. Put him to test. The Archbishop of Greece said that if you do not throw this God-man Rajneesh out, we will destroy his houses and the houses of his disciple, and the president had to throw him out of Greece. Is he absolute and eternal? The third test, Lam yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is begotten. I don't know how many children he had, but I do know that he had a father and a mother. He was born on the 11th of December, 1931 in Jabalpur. And he died on the 19th of January, 1990. But when you go to his center in Pune, there it is mentioned, Bhagwan Rajneesh, never born, never died, but visited the earth from the 11th of December, 1931 to the 19th of January, 1990. They did not mention that he was not allowed to enter 21 countries of the world. He was not given the visa. He tried to enter. He could not enter 21 countries. Imagine, God is visiting the world. God is visiting the world. He can't visit 21 countries. Is this the God you believe in? And the last test. وَلَمْ يَقُلْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. And there is nothing like it. There is nothing like him in this world. There's nothing. There is nothing comparable. The moment you can think what God is, you can draw his figure, he's not God. We know very well that Rajneesh, he had long hair, he had a big flowing beard, which was white in color, he wore a robe. The moment you can think, you can draw a picture of God, he is not God. وَلَمْ يَقُلْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. If you say that God Almighty, suppose, he's 1,000 times as strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you know Arnold Schwarzenegger? He was crowned Mr. Universe, the strongest man in the world. If you say that God Almighty is 1,000 times as strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger or Dara Singh or maybe King Kong, he's not God. The moment you can compare him with anyone, whether 1,000 times, whether 1,000,000 times, whether 10 million times, the moment you can compare him with anything, he is not God. وَلَمْ يَقُلْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. There is nothing unto him like in this world. I leave it up to the distinguished audience, the intellectual audience, to decide for themselves that whichever God they worship in, whichever God they are worshipping, let them put their God to test, to the 4 tests of the Quran. If the God you are worshipping, if they pass these 4 tests, we Muslims, we have got no objection in accepting him as God Almighty. Otherwise, you can decide for yourself. After giving these proofs, some atheists, they may agree that now we believe in such a God. But most of the atheists will not agree. They will say, we don't just believe in such definition, we believe in something which is ultimate. We believe in science. I do agree. Today is the age of science and technology. So let's put the scientific knowledge that we have. Let us apply it to the Quran. These atheists, they say, this is the world of science and technology. We don't believe in such gods. Prove to us scientifically the existence of God.